All right, we went to Toys R Us. How was it, guys?
Good.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah.
I had to take a phone call, so that was great. I got to miss most of it.
Let's go to a corner store.
A corner store, maybe.
Yeah, we want to buy some candy.
You want to buy candy? Haven't you had enough candy?
I haven't had any.
Today.
I'm buying candy right
Yeah.
I need to. We just need to take a step. Let's do this. Look forward to what's possible in this year. Spicy outside, and by spicy I mean freaking cold. So I don't know why I decided to do this now, but it looks like it might be a decent sunset. So I haven't done this in a while with you. I'm gonna take you along on a sunset photo shoot. Let's go. I forgot my duct tape. I really love these kind of images, but you put that out on like social media somewhere and people don't really care. Oh, it's just white with a line. Now here's a dangerous road. When you start to try to appease people with your creativity, quickly you can find yourself burning out. You burn out because you're not doing really what's in your heart. And that's where I find myself right now. I said last week that 2017 was going to be a year where people could actually release creativity in a way that probably hasn't been done before. How do we take the next step? How do you take that step from being like super creative and releasing these things that you are obsessed with releasing and actually starting to turn it into a business? The only thing that I can really say right now, because it's still in the transition mode, is you do have to be loyal with what's inside of you. Trying to produce things that social media wants, what's popular or trending, yeah, you'll get something in a minute, but as soon as that trend shifts, what you'll find is you trying to mimic things that have already gone by. That ship sailed and you missed it. Anyone that I've seen really successful in our creative type of world has been ones that are leading edge, ones that are actually breaking through and impacting something that hasn't been impacted before. Now, the crazy thing is that is way harder. But I'm telling you, if there's people that are obsessed enough this year, something's gonna open up. Okay, so this was a huge mistake because it's already freezing. If you can see, there's like ice in my beard already, and I've been out here for like 3 minutes. That wind is horrendous. But because I promised, here's my camera. Now, I am doing a long exposure photograph of this scene, which actually is gonna look pretty nice. Long exposure photography is like one of my favorites. I actually did like a whole talk about it, a really old video, but I'll link it up right here. As you can see, I have this like plate of glass on the front. That's like pretty much a welding glass. It makes it so that I can take one really super long picture in the middle of the day. Because normally you can't really take a long picture during the day, because if you like open up a shutter for a long time, everything will just be like white. And I made a mistake. And so that's how you get really long things. So you need that glass on the front to make it really dark so I can do long pictures. How about I just show you what some of those long pictures look like now? gonna open up not because people are ready, but because there's people that are ready to actually obsessed with what they're creating and are willing to put it out there no matter the cost. Is it difficult? Yeah, 100%. You don't make much money when nobody wants what you're selling. There's a couple things we have to remember. Number one, are you actually good? Because there is that too. You might not be yet. And it doesn't mean you can't be good, but it might mean that your skill needs to improve a bit. So don't forget about that. Number two, if you find yourself blaming everyone for not liking what you do, there's a good chance you need to go back to number one. But let's say you've got that. Let's say you have the skill, you have the talent, you have the obsession and the drive. I just want to encourage you today. Keep going forward. Keep pushing through because something is about to break this year. If I can feel that thing about to shift open, people will get on board because people love to follow people that are truly inspired. And if you watch these for any length of time, I hope that you would catch one thing is I'm inspired to create change. I'm inspired to create something that maybe hasn't quite been done before. Yeah, there's been a lot of things and pieces in this puzzle, but I feel that there's a piece missing and I want to fill it. All right, now I'm doing the same thing, but this time I have a pair of boots in the picture. It's cold. The sunset was pretty good. But yeah, long exposure photography for me is like super, super fun. I love it. I've done a lot of it. Maybe too much. I don't know. It's just fun to do. If you're looking for some of these, by the way, message me and buy a print. It's a great idea. I mean, I need to feed my 5 children, so any sort of amount of printing you buy means that one of them gets to eat for the evening. You know. But what we have to remember in the beginning of 2017 here is we just have to keep going forward. Don't give in to the cultural norm. Don't give in to the trend right now. Whatever that may be, it's gonna change 5 or 6 times this year. Don't give in to it. Stay true to what you feel you have to do, but don't forget the 2 points. Maybe you need to learn a little more. Don't complain. Complaining is going to crush anything creative inside of you, and you know what? Nobody's gonna wanna listen to you. Sure, they might give you an ear for a little while, but tell you what, complaining gets old in a real quick hurry. If you can follow those 2 things right now, be encouraged because the creativity that you're feeling inside of you right now, it's about to burst forth and there's a platform for it on the earth and it's ready to be displayed. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward, especially right now. I really dislike going to the toy store. How about you?
I like it.
I love it.
You like it? I guess that makes sense. All right, let's go.